Please take a look at this.
Okay, now that I've had some time to process and ugly cry with sheer schoolgirl excitement, let's talk about the Super Mario RPG Remake, because holy shit, this is freaking hype. Yesterday during the Nintendo Direct, Nintendo out of nowhere just dropped this trailer. I saw some rumors circling around social media, and I was like, nah, this ain't happening. But lo and behold, it happened. Now I want to go over the trailer and take a look at some changes that I noticed, but first, I just can't express how excited this makes me. Mario RPG was one of my first JRPG games. It had so much charm and it's such a great cast of characters. I honestly thought this game was dead in the water and was never gonna get any sort of recognition ever again. Especially because of the whole licensing issue with Square Enix and Nintendo with some of the game characters. Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, Mario RPG was a collaboration project between Nintendo and Square Enix, which was just Square at the time, but we'll get to that later. Let's go through the trailer real quick. Right from the start, this transition to the modern art style is just beautiful. This new art direction reminds me of the Link's Awakening remake. I wonder if it's being made by the same team. Afterwards, we see the official logo and what looks to be the first significant change. The original game is called Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, whereas this is just called Super Mario RPG. And from what I can tell from the box art, it looks like it's staying this way. But let's continue. Oh man, this is just incredible. The layout from all these areas looks to be the same. From the forest maze to Nimbus Land, everything is just one-to-one. Even if you look closely here, Toad is blocked by a Goomba like in the original game too. Now I'll be honest, I don't know if these scenes are for the trailer or not, but if they aren't, it looks like we might be getting full cinematic cutscenes. While Mario RPG had story scenes and progression, it looks like we're getting the full-fledged cinematic experience here with the remake, and that is very exciting. If we pause here, we get our first look at Mallow, who's still as adorable as ever. I won't say much here, but Mallow has a good story development. Now staying paused here, we get a glimpse of Peach's castle. In the original game, the castle had a red roof, but on the world map, it had a blue roof with yellow flags, and the remake is now fully reflecting that. This is the scene where the Star Spirit takes possession of Geno, and we get a glimpse of the best boy and the character that will forever remain a costume in Smash Bros. Moving forward, this scene really took me by surprise, and I'll explain why. In the original game, this is when Mario tricks Bowser into breaking down the door to Booster's tower. But notice how no one else from the party is present. In the remake, the party is here interacting. Mario RPG has scenes where the party spoke and interact with one another, but it looks like we might get some more moments here. The next part of the trailer shows some of the battle screens, but the HUD is different. It looks like the party still shares flower points like in the original. For context, flower points or FP was basically this game's version of magic points or MP in other JRPGs, and it was shared by the entire party. Now here to the left is where we see a significant difference. This percentage dial was not in the original game, and I have no idea what it is. I can only speculate that maybe this can be something where if it hits a certain percentage point that the characters can perhaps do some kind of ultimate attack. I don't know. I think this might be the case because later in the trailer we see special animations that might be more powerful spells or attacks. Now what we can see is that the percentage increases every time a character attacks and successfully blocks an attack. But again, the ultimate attack thing is just a theory, so don't quote me on that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think it might be. Above the dial, we have a chained attack mechanic. Looks like we get stat bonuses with chained attacks. This was not in the original game. It did have temporary stat bonuses, but they were gained from random flowers that were dropped by monsters. I'll be honest, the original game, it's actually not hard at all. It's pretty damn easy. So maybe they're adding more of a balance with the difficulty in battles with this new chain system too. Afterwards, we see a lot of familiar areas and battles. Yardovich is here. I think the name of this piranha plant was Smilax? Now here's a neat little history lesson. This is the fight against Dodo and Valentina. In Japanese, her name was Margarita, but the English version was changed to Valentina and changed the look of her drink. It had a cherry instead of a lime wedge, whereas in the remake, while I don't think they'll change her name back to Margarita, we can see that her drink now has a lime wedge like the Japanese versions of the OG game. That's a cool little touch. Moreover, we see more memorable moments. Mario saving Geno, getting booted from Bowser's castle, some more cinematic scenes, and if we pause here, these are the ultimate attacks or special attacks that I was thinking about earlier. First we see Geno getting ready to use one, and then Mallow doing the same. Or maybe they're just new cinematic sequences. I guess we won't know until closer to the release date. Again, I can be 100% wrong here. And finally, the trailer comes towards the end. We see the Midas River, which really shows off the new modern art style with so much color and new textures. I think this is also a good time to point out that all the music has been redone and it sounds perfect. We get our minigames back like the Moleville minecart ride. The lighting in Peach's castle is gorgeous. And here we see something very familiar. In the original, Mario was a silent protagonist, and the way he would communicate would be to mime and impersonate other characters. A part of me believes that this remake will not have voice acting, and that's fine. I honestly don't think it's needed. In this clip, we get a small look at the Mushroom Kingdom. The fauna and just a general look of the area looks amazing to me. We go back to Yoshi's Island where I had the racing minigame. We see the booster minigame. And look! The Samus doll is back too! Mario RPG had a few references from other Nintendo games, and now we can confirm that those references are back. That reminds me, Mario RPG was made in collaboration between Nintendo and Square Enix, and by the way, just a small spoiler alert just in case. Mario RPG had a super boss, Culex. Culex wasn't a Final Fantasy character, but it was still a reference. He fought with the party with the 4 crystals, and his boss theme song was the same song from Final Fantasy IV. It also has the victory fanfare music. It makes me wonder if Culex will come back. I think I might be able to confirm this in a bit. And here is where the trailer ends, and we got our official release date, November 17th, 2023. The same day as Persona 5 Tactica. But Persona, listen, I love you to death. But I'm playing Mario RPG first. Now here at the bottom, we can see that both Nintendo and Square Enix are credited. So perhaps we will get Culex. Guys, I can't express how hyped I am for this. Mario RPG has a special place in my heart. It was one of my first JRPGs as a kid. It has a memorable story. I think I played it like 10 to 15 times. And it was just confirmed to have a physical release reminiscent of the Japanese box art. I have to say, 2023 is shaping up to be the year of JRPGs. Final Fantasy 16, Sea of Stars, Super Mario RPG, Star Ocean 2 with the HT2D art style, and fuck! Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in early 2024. Persona 3 Reload was also confirmed for early 2024. The new Atlas JRPG Metaphor. It just feels like a new golden age for JRPGs, and goddamn, I am here for it. I really hope you guys are as excited as I am, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment below for that sweet YouTube algorithm, please subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you didn't like it, well, hit the dislike button, I guess. I have another Mario RPG video, by the way, that I made a while ago, talking about my experience with it. It even has some of my old branding. I'll leave the link in the description box if you're interested, but don't judge it too much. Producing videos was still very new to me. But for now, take care, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye now.